My name is Martha Evans. I am 62 years old. I live in a small apartment in London. My husband passed away 10 years ago. I have one daughter. Her name is Rose. Rose moved to Australia a long time ago. She has a rich life. Now, she lives there with her husband and 2 young sons. She has a beautiful villa and a luxury car. She is successful. But I live here in silence. Every day I walk in the park. I clean my small rooms. I cook simple meals. In the evening, I watch the clock. Nobody visits me. Rose rarely calls. Sometimes she sends expensive gifts. Sometimes she says, "Mom, I will visit you next month." But she is always busy. Still, I wait for her. I love her with all my heart. She is my daughter. I keep her childhood drawings in a box. I look at them every night. One morning, someone rang my bell. I opened the door. It was Rose. I was shocked. I said, "Rose, is it really you?" She smiled and hugged me. I cried with joy. She came inside. I made her favorite coffee. We sat and talked. I asked, "How are the boys?" She said, "They are growing fast." Then I asked why she came back. She said, "I felt lonely without you. I want you to move to Australia with me." I was silent. She looked at my hand and said, "You are getting weak. You shouldn't live here. Come with me. We will be a real family." I said quietly, "But I love this city. I have my friends here. Your father and I lived here for 30 years. Rose looked very sad. She said, "This apartment is too small. In Australia, you will have a garden. You can play with your grandsons every day. My husband is waiting for you." That night, I sat and looked at the moon. I didn't want to go, but Rose was my only family. The next morning, Rose said, "Mom, you should sell your jewelry and your furniture. You don't need them. You will start a new life. Use the money for our future." I looked at her eyes. She looked so kind. So I said, "Okay." I sold everything, including my husband's golden watch. Rose took all the money for safekeeping. I packed one suitcase. We went to the airport. I was nervous but excited. I thought I would finally be happy. At the airport, Rose said, "Mom, stay here with the bags. I need to buy some medicine for my headache. I will be back in 10 minutes. I said, "Of course, dear." I sat on a bench. 20 minutes passed. Rose did not return. I thought the shop was crowded. I waited. 1 hour passed. Still, she was not there. I felt a cold fear in my chest. I looked at the crowd again and again. But Rose was gone. Now it had been 2 hours. I was still sitting there. I looked at every woman, but none was my daughter. I whispered, "Rose would never leave me. She's my baby." My heart started to hurt. Just then, a young woman, in a uniform saw me. She came to me and asked, "Ma'am, are you okay? Are you waiting for your flight?" I said, "No, I am waiting for my daughter. She went to get medicine. We are going to Australia." The woman looked worried. She asked, "What is her name?" I told her. She checked her computer. After some time, she came back. Her voice was shaking. She said, "Ma'am, I am so sorry. Your daughter checked in and boarded the flight to Sydney an hour ago. She's gone." I couldn't move. I couldn't breathe. I said, "No, you are wrong. My daughter loves me. She promised we would live together." The woman said, "I checked the cameras. She went to the gate alone. She didn't buy any medicine." The world turned black. I fell to the floor. The young woman caught me. She said, "Some people have stones instead of hearts." I'm so sorry. I whispered, "I have nothing left." The woman said, "My name is Sarah. I lost my mother last year. I have an extra room in my house. Please, come with me for tonight. You cannot stay here alone." I said, "I cannot bother you." She smiled through her tears and said, "It's not a bother. My mother taught me to help people. You are a gift to me." Sarah took me to her home. She gave me warm soup. She listened to my stories. I cried all night. I missed my husband's watch. I missed my old life. But this stranger gave me hope. The next day, Sarah received a message. She went to the kitchen. Her face turned pale. Later, she came to me. I asked, "Is something wrong?" She smiled, but she looked sad. She said, "No, everything is fine." But she was hiding the truth. The flight to Sydney had disappeared over the ocean. There was no news of survivors. Josie was gone. But Sarah didn't tell me. She knew I still loved Rose, even after the betrayal. I still prayed for my daughter. I still hoped she would call me one day. Months passed. I stayed with Sarah. She became like a daughter to me. She bought me flowers. She took me to the park. She treated me with love. Her home became my sanctuary. One day, Sarah asked, "Do you miss your old things?" I looked at her and said, "I lost my gold, but I found a diamond in you." Rose was gone, but I found the family I always prayed for. I am at peace.